Hi, clear?
Yes.
So we indicated we deal with SPSS, today, yeah?
So
Give them a few minutes.
hello, Prof.
Yep.
Okay, I see some people are saying they can't hear you. So I don't know whether
I've
it's an
not
internet
started.
issue.
I've not started. We are waiting for them, man. Meaning they
Oh,
will just come.
yeah.
Now we can start. Not a problem. Now we indicated that today we deal with SPSS to analyze data. So the first thing I'll do is to generate some data. Then we move to SPSS, at least for enough to enable you do your research. And we'll deal with this until the end of semester ends. Every time going forward, we'll be looking at SPSS as we do the theory. So there are many ways of collecting data. Data, you can collect data using the self-administered questionnaire. Self-administered, so it means that you administer it yourself or through your enumerators. But you can also do this using Google Forms or any other available online data collection tool, whose background really is Excel. And the reason Excel, because Excel is compatible with almost actually all statistical packages, quantitative ones. Excel is compatible. So that when you have data in Excel, you can easily take that data to any statistical package. That's why if you collect data using, say, Google Form, and you download the responses, you will find it is in Excel format, which is in raw and crude form, which you cannot make sense out of. So you must analyze that data. And we said the three ways of analyzing data is using descriptive statistical techniques, inferential statistical techniques, which we'll look at, and then predictive statistics, which we'll also look at. So I've generated a template here for some simple investigation. Probably the registrar wants to know the factors that influence student performance. The factors that influence student performance. Then you collect data. And you collect data using probably just it can either be the secondary data or primary, but let's assume you used both. So this research has got 6 variables. The first variable is actually the students, the responses, the respondents, sorry. Then the second column are the scores. Let's look at this as statistics. So those are scores the student attained in marks by the end of the semester. Time there is amount of time spent by students revising. Then online is online learning effect, the effect of online teaching. Gender, of course, is gender of the student. Environment is basically classroom environment. And degree is the first degree with the previous degree before entry into the program. So I will define these variables as they would have been defined in a data collection instrument. So scores here are just marks. So suppose we collect this data from, say, 200 respondents. From 200 respondents. You collect data from 200 respondents. They are here. That's the data you have collected, the number of respondents, which are 200. So I go up to 201. I'll get my 200 respondents. 200 respondents. So those are the 200 students probably selected, taking probably different MBA, whatever. Then the scores. The scores are the marks that the students have scored. And the marks, of course, range from 0 to 100. So suppose we just assume, for the sake of argument, that the scores are between, say 45 and 190, say, for each student. If their scores are between 100 and 90, those are their scores. Then time spent, say, we can assume that by the end of the semester, the students spend between, say 5 and 15 hours. So they say 5 and 15 hours. I just generate I'm generating using the random number generator to generate the marks, and they say between 5 hours and 15 hours. That's the amount spent by students revising. Then online, let's define online in this way. So you ask these people, the students, the respondents, to rate online this way. They say online. Online. It's measured this way. 1 is equal to not at all. At all. You ask them how significantly online teaching affects performance. Then of course you go here. Then you say not at all, less significantly. It doesn't affect it much. Less significantly, less significantly. Then 3 probably, say moderately. At least 3 probably here. Let's say it's not very complicated. 3 is yeah, moderately, say it affects it moderate rate. Moderate. Then 4 probably significantly. That is 4. That's how you are measuring the effect of online learning. And then here you say 5, say it's very significant. Very significant. Very significant. And we know when you measure like this, the online teaching, its level of measurement is ordinal. This is ordinal. That's how you measure online teaching, using ordinal level of measurement. So it means that to measure online learning, I'm just going to generate the responses. The responses run between 1 and 5. Then the next one is gender. Gender, of course, is just between 0 and 1. So gender, what male or female. So I come here, come here, run between, say, 1, 0, 0 for male, 0 and 1. So gender here is either male or female. This is now gender. Just defining my variable briefly. This gender, which basically is, they say 0 0 and 1. 0 for male, and then 1 for female. 1 for female. Female. And we know by level of measurement, gender is nominal. 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 Very important to note. Then classroom environment, you also ask these people, the students, to indicate how to rate how the classroom environment affects online teaching. So just call this one classroom environment. Say environment, classroom environment. You just call it environment. Environment. Why are you calling environment? Because when you are defining variables, you cannot have gaps, like classroom space. That if you have to have a gap, classroom, then you must have classroom underscore environment. That's when it should be organized either way. So let's leave this that way. Then degree. And this one here, of course, again, is ordinal. That's also ordinal. Ordinal. So I just bring this. It is the same measure, and I bring it here. Then degree. Degree here, probably we say let's generalize them. So the first degree here, say degree. We'll just come here. Degree. Yeah, I'll pick this one here. I'm defining my variables for purposes of analysis. Then I do here, degrees here. All right. Degree. So the degree probably is, say, we looked at here were just the following. Okay, we have a business degree, so this degree. So then we check the records and found the first student 1 is equal to business. What I'm doing is very important. Business. And then 2 is equal to humanities. Humanities. And then this one is P1, sciences. P1. Sciences. And that is it. So you look, that's how they came in the program. And we have to look at how significantly that one affects performance in statistics. So I come here, then I simply say 1, it's between 1 to 3. 1 to 3. Then this one is assuming these are the response for the 200 students. For the 200 students, those are that is their data profile. That's the data profile for the 200. So then I have to remove the formula because SPSS will look at formula as text, and therefore you will have a problem. So you just copy special, because you normally organize the data in Excel, right? People always collect data in. So this is now the data you want to analyze. You can analyze either using Excel, and when you use Excel, you must know how to analyze it using Excel. So in Excel, you can either generate frequency distribution table, but using here insert pivot table that we did, or use data, this one. Then go to data analysis toolbar, which you uploaded. Polls and graphs are here, insert graph, they are there. So you can use Excel. We'll deal with that anyway at an opportune time. Today we are on SPSS. So you want to use this data to analyze. So that's what SPSS to analyze this data. So I'll go to SPSS. Then let's look at first the structure of SPSS. Its structure. Let's share SPSS. I go here. SPSS or SPSS. That is it. Okay. And that's what SPSS. If you look at this, what I've shared here, it is clear that you're seeing Excel here. Excel is here. SPSS, just as Excel has rows and columns. Rows and columns. Data first. Data. Let's start from here. Excel has got infinite number of sheets. Just like but however, Excel has only 2 sheet equivalent. The first sheet is called the data view, where you enter data. The second view is called the variable view, where you define your variables. You can either start from here or from here. It does not matter. This is where you define your variables, variable attributes. So I'll come back. So the only 2 equivalent to sheets in SPSS. As compared to Excel, which has infinite number. You cannot insert these views. But of course, in Excel, you can insert insert sheets. Similarly, Excel has a cells. Cells is where the column meets the row. The row 1 here meets var 1 here. This is the cell. So Excel has the rows just which are equivalent to the rows in SPSS, the rows in Excel, and columns which have default names var. Var simply means you have variable. This is a variable name. So columns of SPSS are they change when you define your variables. These ones will change. So the same structure. It has columns, vars, and it has rows 1 up to infinity. Columns also are from var up to infinity. Many columns, just like in Excel. Similarly, just like Excel, SPSS is also driven by a menu bar, which is up here. File, edit, view, data, etc. up to all the way up to help, including their shortcuts. They're here. Some of the shortcuts are here. So if you want to deal with file, come here. Then just use what you know in the file here. If you don't know anything here, don't use it. Just use what you have in Excel. Here we have opening a new, in Excel, we open a new document or a new file. Here you open a new data or open new syntax if you want to write an syntax. You're not going to write syntax anyway, but syntax are also generated automatically by here. But you can also have open a new output. Then open existing. You can open existing data and open existing output. Or workbook, which is the same workbook as in Excel. Then you can import. We also have Excel importation in Excel. But you can also import here. The most common one you're going to use here is importing data from Excel. But of course, those who have databases, you can import from a database by using a query function, But you can also import from other applications, from Starter, which is a typical package, from SAS, which is for data analytics. All you can import depending on the data you have. You check the types that SPSS accepts. If it does not accept any, first of all, take them to Excel because all of them will be compatible with Excel as long as they are statistical packages. Then forget about general. You are not going to use this. Forget about open this. Just use what you know. Close file. Save as. Forget about this. Forget about. You can also export to Excel and these other whatever you imported from, you can export to. Then everything down here now are irrelevant to you. If you are interested, you go there. Just use what you know. Then you go to edit. Edit. Again, in edit, use what you know. Don't ask for things you do not know. You can undo, you can redo, you can cut, you can copy, you can paste, but you can insert a variable. A variable is the column, so you can insert a column. Because they are shortcuts. But you can also insert a case. A case is the row, 1, 2, 3, all the way. which are the respondents in data here. So you can also insert a row, just like you insert a row in Excel. So whatever you do in Excel is what you do here. Here now we are writing in Excel. This will be insert a row. Here it's insert a case. This is insert a column. Here is insert a variable, because variables are the columns, cases are the rows. Then I go to view. Here there's nothing to view here, so forget about it. But if you want to view your variable, just view your variables. You come here and you can do that. That's not analysis. That's not what you're doing before now. Is not analysis. Just manipulating data, organizing. Then data analysis starts from here. From here. Data analysis starts from here. Compute a variable. Let me tell you why you compute a variable. And I hope you're taking short notes. You compute a variable because sometimes, let me give you an example. You want to collect data from SMEs, and you want to collect data before and after COVID. So you want to look at their profit levels, because SMEs probably do not have audited reports where you can pick those things. So you go to these SMEs in Nairobi, in Westlands, then you ask them, your objective, one of the things you want to collect data on is profit. They will not give you. I can tell they will not give you. They will lie. The best way is to collect data on variables that can enable you to generate profit. You collect data on variables that will enable you to generate profit. So they can give you a variable on cost. You can give you a variable on cost per item. They can give you a variable on total sales. They can give you a variable on unit prices. So it is you to come. We know that profit is equal to revenue minus cost. Revenue is sales times times the unit price. That's revenue per item. You know the cost. Well, they'll give you. That's what they'll give you. So it is you to come and compute profit. Compute profit using P is equal to C minus R minus C. Revenue minus cost. So that's why essentially computation, this is a very powerful tool for organizing data. You have not started to analyze, you're organizing data. That's one of them. You use here. I'm not using the major ones you use. Any other thing you want to know of, you do yourself. The next one, which is critical, is here. Here. Record into the same variable. Why are you recording? You're recording because, let me tell you one reason why you record. You're collecting data on profits, or calculated profit, and then you want to perform. Yes, somebody's talking? Or I'm not clear? Am I clear?
You're clear.
So why are you recording? You record because you have collected the data, which is numeric, which is, say, profit. But you want to perform some analysis, wherever you work, or here at TUK, or at USIU, then you want to group your data. Because probably you want to perform chi-square test, or test of influence. Because there are some analysis which you will see by the end of the course that only requires grouped data. If you record, meaning changing your actual values into grouped values, that's why I gave you Sturges rule. Because SPSS does not group for you. It does not know Sturges rule. It is you to use Sturges rule to generate your groups. Then come and record here. If you record profit into profit variable, you replace the data that you had collected. Nobody would want to replace the data they collected. So always record into a different variable. So if your variable was profit, record them into grouped profit and a different name altogether, so that you don't replace the data you collected. So therefore, essentially, this is what you use: compute and record. Now, replace missing. The current version of SPSS allows it to analyze data using values, because respondents by their nature, really, Some of them they tell you not applicable because they are tired. Some of them they will not even fill at all. Those are missing values. So SPSS can analyze data with the missing values. But suppose now for variable X, now you have gotten some values. You can replace the missing values using this one here. Replacing the missing values, this one. But globally, rather than looking for them, you replace everything that was missing for a particular variable and do it per variable. So up to here is just data organization. Up to here, data organization. Analysis starts from here. Analysis starts from here. Nobody's going to ask you about power analysis here. Nobody's going to ask you about meta-analysis. But if you can ask you, your supervisor can ask you to give them a report, to give them this report. Amir would ask you to give me this report. Give me summary, this one here. So come on, please. Code book. I want to see how you code it. Those things I was saying, the online was 1, 0 is equal to 1, so that I check whether you have the correct coding, and then you also have the correct level of measurement on an ordinal, nominal, ratio, or interval. So that I know that this was your data. You have not just picked it from anything. So you can get this from a code book. We don't have to, I don't need your questionnaire. All I need to get your code book and we are done. That's not analysis, just confirming your data organization. Then I come here. Descriptive statistics. Here is where you get frequency distribution tables, which in Excel are the pivot tables. Frequency distribution table you get from here. This is where you get all descriptive statistical techniques. Descriptive, of course, this is not descriptive, but this gives you other descriptives like the summary statistics. You know, the mean, the median, the mode, standard deviation, skewness. Name them. They are here. So if I were to click here, that's for purposes of no, because I don't have data. This is also where you perform chi-square test. This is where perform chi-square test here. Perform chi-square test. But I can also get cross tables. These are two-way tables. Two-way table, three-way, you know, data with like you're dealing with the gender and the program. So gender and program, these are two different variables. That's two-way. You can also have gender program by university. That's three-way. You can do them here. Then I'm just telling you what you're going to do. So I've said frequency distribution table, descriptive statistics, everything else forget. Then I go to here, compare mean. These are test hypotheses. Most commonly, you'll be using here one sample test, independent sample test, paired sample test, and under that is it. The rest is not your baby. So here, then next is here, correlation. You will do bivariate only, not partial. Then I go in regression. We do linear only. And there are many regression models, you know, linear, ordinal, you know, binary. They're all 15. But here we don't, in your course, you don't deal with one, which is basically linear regression, which is here. All these things I'm showing you here, you can do them in Excel. All of them. Of course, with the limitations, and you see the limitations. So there's nothing else here that you require. You know, don't go anywhere here for things that you don't know. That where your syllabus ends here. That's where it ends. Because I've left also others within there. Then I want to draw graphs. Graphs can be drawn embedded in this analysis. Embedded. You can draw an embedded graph. You want to draw an embedded graph. There will always be a place where you can take that you need a graph. Don't draw graphs from there. Draw graphs from here. And these days it's easy. You have a chart builder. A chart builder to enable you build your charts. Well-labeled charts with vertical axis label, horizontal axis label, and main title. If it is a diagram. If it's a graph, well labeled. So you use the chart builder. So that is the end of analysis. And here only use this. Forget about this one. Then all these others now are just beautification. All these things are just beautification. There's nothing else. If you want to investigate them, that is now. So that is Excel. That's SPSS. So I repeat, use all the menu or sub-menu items you are aware of, you know of. Next is here now. Let's now come, this is now, so I said you can, this way you enter data, this way you define your variables. Let me tell you this. There are three major ways of entering data. Three major ways. Actually, two major ways. The first one is basically, actually three. The first one is basically to actually enter the data, entering the data. Entering the data means this. Entering the data means this. What it means. Bye-bye. And somebody, is that one seriously? Is that one seriously? Huh? Is that one seriously? So now, how do you enter? What do you mean by enter data? You enter them manually. So if I have 200 respondents and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 equivalent of respondents of variables, then I'll be entering 7 times 200, which is 1,400 data units. Suppose you are 20,000 data units. You enter data like that, you are wasting your time. So never enter data manually. Never enter data manually. So I'm already going to concentrate there. Method 2 is copy and paste. Copy and paste. So I simply, and I told you they are compatible. I simply copy this from the variables only, the data only. There are 200. I copy them the way they are. That's why I was removing the formula, because now these are just numbers. I copy, then I go to my data view. We'll go back to Excel. I copy, then I go to my data view. The first cell is here. Then I control V, or just normal copy and paste. I've copied and entered my data. I've copied and entered my data, which only leaves me with one thing, to now define the variables, this one. That is its weakness, that is also now to go and define these things. So I go to variable view. We know this thing was rest. So I just type rest. What's the rest? Here. Here, we know it was core. It was core. So I just type here core. Or just use X1, X2. In fact, let me use X1. I'll tell you why it's easier that way. X2, X3, X4, X5, and X6. So I'm defined by variable. Those X1s will never appear in your analysis. They never appear. Then I want to, this is actually question 1 in your assignment. Then I want to give the attributes of these variables, completely define them. Then I come here, I know rest is 1 up to 200, so it's numeric. If I click here, I'll give you all the types of variables. You either have numeric or non-numeric. So forget about anything else here. But of course, if you're out there, you're doing your own things, you have a date, which you have a variable which is called date, you can always use the date format. But we don't have here. So common here will be numeric for quantitative data like score, or string for non-quantitative data like type, like online teaching, class environment, the degree, those one. So this one here was numeric. Then what is this? The width. The width, don't worry about the width. The width will be there automatically. But the width is really the width of that column, which can be, you can deal with it, Excel ones, and there's a number of, in fact, the width here, if I just look at these ones here, if these are 4, I put a width of 5. These are only 2, X1, and if it's just 2, then I can have this as 8. So leave this as default. Don't worry about that. So decimal, of course, this one had no decimal. That is the number of the respondents. Label. Just now you write the correct thing. That's what will appear in analysis. Respondents. Not rest, but respondents. Respondents. X1 will not appear. The what will appear is revision time. Revision time. That's what it was. Revision. Revision time. Amount of time spent to revising. You can even write that really. It doesn't matter. Even the way you put it in your questionnaire, you can just use the same here. Then of course this one here, revision time also numeric. And then of course I come here with the X2 was what? X2 was I can tell you was online. So this is online learning. Now you have to put the correct thing. Online learning. Online. Online learning mode. Mode. The effect of learning mode on performance. Then the other one I know was what? The other one was gender. So this is gender. That's what will appear in an after analysis. Not X1, not X2. No, those ones are putting there. And then of course we go here, which is a classroom environment. So class, environment, environment. Then I come here, we go here, we have what here? The last one was what? Degree. So this is, what was this? This one I've jumped. How many anyway? So this is degree. I've jumped one, So this degree. Degree. We just go here. That's the first degree. First just indicate the first degree. So that now it's meaningful. First degree. First degree class. Whether it's humanities, business, blah, 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 or type, whatever. Then, of course, the other one was environment. Environment is here.
Marks.
Where marks? Or there's course,
Yeah.
Comes down here. You just copy them and paste them, Go or cut, Copy and paste here. Sorry. Just a minute. Undo. Undo. So this one here, just drag it here. This one here. Copy and paste. Highlight them. Then this one is the first degree. First degree type. Then of course this was score. This one here was score. Mark scored now. Just try to mark scored so that you get the meaning out of it. Marks scored. So that is what will appear in after analysis. Not this thing. Not X1, X2. Then so let me define row by row. So these are responses. Then this one here, values. Values do not exist for numeric. Values are those codes. 0 is equal to 1. 1 is to male. 0 is equal to 1 is equal to female. Those are the values. So if this were, and you see, if this were a string, then I would define values. So for numeric, forget about values. Then missing. You don't want to keep on, dealing with missing. Just instruct SPSS. Because when you enter data in Excel, there'll be missing values. There will be missing values. So missing values, meaning there's no entry. So just tell Excel, and when you see those missing values in Excel, you decide yourself that whenever I see a missing value, I'm going to put some large number so that which SPSS will recognize. So suppose you say yourself that if you never see missing value anywhere, of course here there's no missing, because this is respondents, they are there, they can't miss. But let's suppose it was missing, there was something, this one cannot miss, let me not theorize. We'll come to missing value. But what is critical here is that you put a number, a large number, which you can use as an indicator of missing values. I deal with it when it comes to actual variables. Then I go to column. Column is the column width. The column width as per the name of the variable. the name of the variable. The variable name here is respondent. So many 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So just put anything. You're going to leave 8. Then you go and adjust them. You just like you adjust columns in Excel. Then of course I go to alignment. Alignment is beautification. You know, you can align data. Of course, all numerics are normally aligned to the right. Non-numerics are normally aligned to the left. So if you want to make sure that you analyze, you can decide that I'm going to center all my data. When I see them, they are centered in a column. Then I come here. Measure is the level of measurement. Level of measurement here, the only 3, and for a reason, you can either have a scale, which is the ratio, numeric, or you can have ordinal, string, or you can have nominal, string. So ours here is a scale, so we leave it as scale, but of course we have the default is unknown. Then now I come to the second variable, which was what? Which was marks. Marks, of course, also the no values. Missing now, I say, I know missing values. Missing values, marks can never be beyond 3 digits. The maximum marks you can ever score is 100, 3 digits. So I tell SPSS that when I see where there's no where I see 999, say 999, then you read it as missing value, and it will read it as missing value. So for this one here, wherever we will have no marks, say you will type in Excel, even before you come here, the 999. Then everything else again is the same. Of course, this is also a scale. A scale. And of course, you can also center this. I would have just copied these things. You know, when you can copy numeric to numeric, you know, numeric to numeric. So I could copy if this was, if this one was here, I would like, and I want this to be here, I would just copy and right click and paste here. Because you can copy numeric to numeric and copy the other one too. And again here, 0 decimal place. 0 decimal place. So you can just type over or just scroll it. Then I come to the next one, which is revision time. Revision time is the same, 0.0 decimal place. Then I go here, none. Then I say also revision time cannot be beyond 999. I just copy that one and I place it here. Don't use many numbers, just use one, large one for numeric. And then of course you can also center it. Center it. Oh, center it. Then I can do scale also. That's also a scale, which is a ratio, numeric. Then I go to strings now. The strings are here. I change from here. String. A string variable. Now I can define values for online learning mode effects. So I come here. I know what they are. I know what they are. So I come here. Where we have here. I just click here. You click here. Then it gives you a dialog box where you can define them. We know them. So I can add. What are you adding? 0. So it was 1, 1 was what? Not, it was 0 or 1? Not at all, Not at all,
Yes.
So 1 is not at all. Let me just make it easier for you. 1 is not at all. No, wait, come on, please. 1 is not at all. I just type, I double click on not at all. Then add. 2 was less significant. Less significant. Spelling is there, you can spell check. I'm not going to bother. Then 3, moderate. Then add. Then 4 was what? 4
Significant.
was significant. So 4 was significant. So I can just copy this here and paste it here. I'm just double clicking and copy. Then I paste here and paste it here. Then you just remove what you don't want. Then 5, I just copy this. So now I'm going to use it for 5. This efficiency. 5 is very significant. Very significant. And I'm okay. Now I've defined values for this. And they're here. They're there. They're there. Then I come here. Now again here, I know those numbers are not large. They're just between 1 and 0, 0 and 1, something like that. So I come here, just tell them that when you see 9, I come here, missing, eh? When I see a number like 9, it's to decide yourself. Eh? Then I know it's a missing value. So just type 9. For this string, I'm doing this because all of them are just 1, 1, 1. Between no more than 1. Then of course strings are left aligned. You can see the line there. And of course it's nominal. Then I come here. The next one is which one? Is this one here, which is also a string. I know these are strings, right? These are strings. They're all strings. This is also a string. This is also a string. Strings, of course, have no decimal, so decimal will disappear. And that is it. So gender, we come here, gender. I can just copy this. Let me just show you the efficiency. I can copy this and paste it here. I paste string on string. Then I come here, and then I just change this one here. 1, 0, 0 is male. Eh? 0 is male. Then 1 is female. 1 is female. And I'll repeat that use the SPSS you have here. Then you remove the others. Because that's what everything else that's updated. Then you come here and you remove it. I'm removing it. I'm just showing the technique of removing it. And then you do OK. Then, of course, again, just copy this one here. If you see a missing value, just type 9. After all, it's just 0 and 1. Then the rest here, this one, of course, just center it. If you want to center it, center it. That's just duplication. There's so many. Then what's the classroom environment? Again, it was this. That one. I just copy and paste here. And I'm done. Then I also copy this and paste it here. Done. Then I also come and center this. Just like that. Then I go to the last one, which is first degree. First degree, we know, was what? Number 1 was number 1 here. Just paste it here. Number 1 here, I come and edit, is business. Number 1 here is business. Business degree. Number 2 here is humanities. Humanities. Number 3 here is pure sciences. And then, of course, I remove these ones. I remove this. And that is it. So that is it. Then I do OK. Then, of course, this one also just copy this and paste it onto this. They're all strings. So you can paste a string onto strings. Then, of course, I come and center this. Now, this is a complete description of the variable attributes. Forget about the last column yourselves. Eh? Don't worry about that first one. The last column. Then now I go to my data and see what has happened. They are here. They are here. X1, X2, X3. No, this will not appear after analysis. Eh? They don't appear, I can tell. Would appear are these things. The actual things. Eh? These ones. Respondent, marked, scored, all these the ones that you. So that's the way to enter data through copy and paste. Its major weakness is that you must come and define all these variables. All of them. There are better ways of entering data, not through this arrangement here. So that is the second best method. Copy and paste, then define your variables. Am I clear, please? Am I clear?
Yes.
Yes, you are.
Next is the third most powerful way of entering data. So I'm going to save this. Eh? I'm going to save this as I say, where do I check it? Save it where? I say bus BUS data. Data BUS. I'm going to use this. Eh? Well, I'm not going to do the other one fully. Just want to use this data to do what I've done here to do my own things now. Going forward. So later I put it in the desktop. Let's put this in the desktop. Go for some data somewhere. desktop data. Let's just put it on desktop the way it is. I've done that. Save, we'll use it. The last way, the last method of entering data. Easy. So I'm going to my Excel data, which I've now saved. Let me save my Excel data. My Excel data, I also want to save it just on the desktop, and then I call it that is easy to access, and I just call it I call it here say data sample 2. Call it sample 2, and that's what I use. The last way of entering data is through importation. To import, you don't need anything else here. I can tell you, you don't need anything there. You only need your data, nothing else. I'm removing all this. I'm also going to create some sheets here so that I show you what this happens. We know where your sheet is. Our data is on here, data. These sheets are empty. There's a reason why I'm adding them. So you see when you import data, what happens? That is it. So I go to my data. I go back to my SPSS and open a new. I'm going to open a new. I go to SPSS here and open new data. I want to use it to show you how to import data. Open a new. You see a new one? Sometimes, you know, you don't see the, you see it,
No, Prof.
Not yet.
so it's not sharing,
You need to change your
share
screen.
again. Open a new. I've opened the new anyway. So you know where this is the new file. This is the new, You're not seeing that,
Yes.
Don't
Yes.
move anywhere.
Now we-
Wherever you are, import. Wherever you are, import. Even if you are on data view or this one here, import. Just import your data. So I want to import, let's say, from here. Just I'm doing this so that you see there's nothing here. These are default variable names, which in our case there now was res x1, x2, x3, x4. They changed. Here the respondents were here 1 up to 200. So the current version of SPSS accepts any version of Excel, any, as opposed to the previous one, version 9, 8, 9, going backward, where you are the use specific version of Excel, which you can easily find in Excel anyway and save as in Excel. This one is easier, any version. So I go to my file here and I import. And I hope you're seeing what I'm doing, And I import from Excel. Import from Excel. From Excel. Then I look at, have you seen that window there? I want you to see it, You see that,
Yes.
Yes.
Good. Then I look for I know I put it on the desktop, It was called sample 2, and it is here, version X, Excel XX. That is it. So you have selected a file name where you save it. Then I open. Open simply means you have started importing. You have not imported. So I come here and open, step by step. For a minute, it's coming. Hope it's reading. Let me see what good it's reading. You're seeing what is there? You're seeing that?
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Why this is important is this. Sometimes your workbook, you know Excel works on workbooks, has many sheets, and you have other important information on sheets, like where you are defining your variables, you know, 1 is equal to this, blah, 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 blah. Or you have some other things in other sheets. Probably you have around 10 sheets in one workbook. You must look for the sheet where your data is. Here, of course, my data is here in data. That was the worksheet, The worksheet. But there are other sheets here. So if it was not here, Excel would have selected another sheet, like sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, sheet 4, sheet 5. You are to come and choose the correct sheet. You are the one who knows where your data is, the sheet where your data is. That's why it's always good to name sheets in Excel. Name them so that you know what is in which sheet. So that when you come to SPSS, you go to the name you know. Then below it, you can see the preview of the data. Just for you to confirm that what you are importing is actually the data you want, which is in this sheet here. Then after confirming with this preview here, now I do okay. Now I've done okay. I've done okay. Then now it has done it. You see that, eh? Are you seeing that?
Oh, no. What I see.
Still
No,
waiting.
Good.
Nothing.
No, I can share it, eh? But that process you saw, eh? So let me share it quickly, eh? Let me share it quickly. I'll show you the difference, eh? Are you seeing that, eh?
Yeah.
Good. Now you see the
Yes.
beauty here. This one here now has given you the actual variable names. Are you seeing them up here? They're here. Score, type, online, gender, environment, blah, blah, blah. Clear?
What is under variable view?
No.
Are they the way we define them?
No. You know, let's not go beyond the trend.
Okay.
So here, you know, native. It is showing you the actual variables name, not x1, x2, x3, the ones that we had when we copied and pasted, eh? And here, so this is your data is data. So this is sorted. You have saved a lot of time from the other side, from the copy paste. Then now you go to variable B. Now everything has been done for you. It has given you the actual variable. Now what you do is now you have to edit. And this is when giving you the maximum number, the weight, the default. This one, of course, is 4 because this is 4. This is 3 because, you know, all that. It's giving you these things like that. But you have to change this because this is numeric, we know. Of course, time is numeric, we know. Of course, this one is not numeric. That one we know was a string. A string, eh? This also is a string. Because this one, the default here is numeric, eh? So this one you must do. This also is a string. A string. So you know it has saved you again a lot of time. Suppose you had 15 variables, those are in your questionnaire, or 20 or 50. It will have saved you a lot of time. Then I come to decimal. Decimal 000 is the default. Fantastic. As long as your data has nothing called what? Has nothing called into decimal places. Then where you just edit now. These are respondents. Respondent. If you want the actual thing. This one here, you can just say marks scored by students. Eh? If you want to get the actual, because this will not appear if you type marks scored by students here. Eh? Clear? This not will appear if you type here time spent on revision. That's what it's always good to put here what is meaningful here. Because when I just see time, I don't know. So let's type what is meaningful. And the best way is to summarize your questionnaire question. You ask the students to indicate how much time they spent revising. That's what you ask them. Some people just copy that question and paste here instead. The entire question. So that you know it is meaningful to himself and to anybody else. Then you come here, gender, of course, you know this gender of the respondent. Then you define these other things. You know, Excel cannot define these things for you. 1 is equal to male, female, 0 is equal to male. You define them. I hope you are getting what I'm saying. Eh? You have just done it. Eh? Excel can also not define can also not define missing. You are the one to tell Excel what is missing and what's not missing. Eh? Eh? Give it the number, you type, that is 999, get this, blah, blah, blah. But this is the width of the column. Then this is the scale now. Scale. Of course, this is also scale. So we change this to scale. You have to edit these things. Now you have spent less time. Isn't it less time? Which one is better? This one, not copy and paste.
This one.
The last one is
The
better.
last one is better. And hence, going forward, enter your data using importation sub-menu. But if you forgot it, just copy and paste. At worst, if you have forgotten even how to copy and paste, go and enter. You know it is your time, eh? You are spending, eh? Just go and enter. And you are home and back. So that is data entry. Clear? Clear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, let's now clear with everything here. Entry of data. Next thing now is data organization. We have partly organized the data by having these things 1001. All these things are meaningful. 1001, like on the numerics, non-numerics. So let's now move step by step. Here, I told you there's nothing here.
Question.
And edit here is undo or redo. There's nothing we are doing here.
Excuse me.
Yes, please.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Question.
Yep.
So excuse my ignorance here, but is it possible to kind of input the data directly on SPSS as opposed to exporting it or rather importing it from Excel?
Yeah, let me tell you why you do that. I can tell you for a fact. You can do this thing in SPSS. The amount of time you spend will not differ. But let me tell you why you do this. People collect data using Excel. You don't collect data using SPSS. In fact, you collect data using Excel. Even if you use a word table, you're using Excel. And how do people collect data? You have put numerators somewhere in everywhere. Kisumu, Mombasa, Nairobi, Wajir, we name them. But you've given them, you have given them a format. That I want you to go and collect the data. You are going to collect data on 10 people, the other one 10 people, the other one 10 people, blah, 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 blah. So suppose you have 500 of them. Each of them will be sending you data in the same format in Excel because they don't have SPSS. Are you getting me?
Yeah, I've understood. Thank you.
Now let's go to insertion. Here, that's what I want to show you here. You can insert a case. Why do you insert a case? It means you have a respondent. You want to insert a respondent. Who is a respondent? You want to insert, just insert. I don't know why you want to insert a respondent, but you never know. You want to insert a respondent. Probably the way they've arranged your data, just insert here. You have inserted. You have inserted a respondent here. Then you will give it its data. There's nothing to insert there. I undo. But the most critical one is inserting a variable. This happens in data analysis. When you have forgot, there's a variable you forgot. There's a variable you forgot. And and the way the data appears must be the way they are arranged in your questionnaire. That is important, normally. Then you decide, now I want to insert my variable. Come and insert it here. Here, variable B. Where is it supposed to be? You're supposed to insert a variable. Insert it. Then now give it a name. You double click this. Then type over whatever variable, age of the student. Age. Then define it completely. Define it completely. Then go back to data view. Sorry, it's illegal. I know it's illegal. This one here, age. Delete. Age. Inserted. Then you go data view. Then it is here. Where is it? Age is here. Now you remember your data was in Excel. Just copy from Excel and bring here. Go to Excel, copy and bring here. Now you are safe. Then I can also remove them. I can also delete it from here because I don't have it. I can delete it, clear it. Or I can clear it from this side. But I'm going to clear it from here. Clear. Gone. That's the only thing you can deal with here. Yeah, so just check what you know here. Here. Then view, nothing. Then data. Define variable, nothing. Transpose is important. But I don't want to belabor you with transposition here now. You collect data in rows, but this data is arranged in columns. I'll tell you what transpose means. I'll tell you what transpose means. Let me go to Excel. Let me go to Excel. Some people would collect data this way. You will collect data this way. The variable names are in the column, the responses are in the row. But somebody else could have collected this data this way. This way. The variable names are in the column, the respondents are in the row, like this. I copy from there. Then I paste. But I paste special. I'm showing how somebody would have collected data and transpose. Transposing means changing rows to columns. When I have it here, they are arranged in a row now, variable names. But remember, Excel, SPSS, the variables are in the column. So if you collected data this way, then you must transpose it. Or if they were in Excel or in whatever, but always deal with Excel, transpose it from here and take it to SPSS. Then you'll have forgotten about that transposition of SPSS. Easy. Then I go here. Where is that one there? Share. I share the SPSS. Come here. So that is where were we? Now let's come here. Critical computation. Suppose, for the sake of argument, this for the sake of argument, that let me just change this and just take a pen and paper. Let's assume this data was not related to deletion time and all these things. Eh? Suppose this one here, you wanted to, one of the data you collected was profit. Eh? Suppose this is related to SMEs. So this one here probably just says cost. Just say right there. Cost is equal to say sales volume. Sales volume. Degree equals to unit price. This one. Degree equals to unit price. Unit price, eh? The time is, I said this what? Said this what? Degree? Cost, eh?
Unit price.
Cost was what?
Sales volume.
Sales volume. And this one say is say time is the cost. The cost, eh? And then environment. Anyway, we have everything anyway. So this sales volume, this is this is the unit price. This is the sales volume. This is unit price, sales volume, and this is the cost. The cost. Now we know, right? This you want to know, you want to get a variable called profit, which you could collect data on. So you come and compute it here. So to compute it, you can only compute because computation is mathematical. So since it's mathematical, these levels of measurement, all those things I've talked about must be numeric because you cannot add non-numeric. So since I've made an assumption here, I'm just going to change this for purposes of this analysis. I'm going to change this one here to numeric because I want to go to use it as a unit price. Eh? Unit price. So I'll change. Now I can go and compute my profit P. I want to compute a variable called profit P. Profit P. Then I come here. And just because you're going to tell me what you have said, eh? I come here and I compute. I compute. What are you computing? The variable you're computing is called profit. That's the target variable. Profit. What are you computing it from? What was cost? Cost is the what? The sales volume, eh? Sales volume, eh? I pick cost and I bring it here. Then I subtract. All the mathematical operations are here. They're here. They're all here. They're also on the keyboard. So I subtract what? I subtract cost. What is the cost? Sorry, that was the unit price. Sorry, unit price. That was sales volume, eh? In quantities, eh? But to get the revenue, we must multiply sales volume with unit price, eh? Their prices, eh? Which is here in this case degree. So I multiply. Where the multiplication is like a star here, eh? Is a star here. It's F8, eh? That's multiplication. I multiply this by degree. Where's degree? This one. Then I subtract. And subtraction is here. I subtract what? The time. Time is the cost. So I subtract time. Then I'll compute my profit. Remember here, you must always remember body mass. Because this is a very simple calculation. If you need a bracket, the brackets are here. They're also on the keyboard. Eh? You just come here and place them. Well, they can also type them in the keyboard coming here and coming here, putting, but there's no bracket we require here. Then I now do okay. Forget about this one. I don't want to complicate this. There's an option if you want to leave cases, some cases, or if you want to leave some SMEs out, say, then of course some respond, whatever. Then I come here and I do okay. Then it will give me a syntax for computation. A syntax for computing, and I know it's processing. Okay? Where is that one there? Supposed to process it. As a minute, telling me something I don't like. Good, so I've gotten it here. So you can see profit. Can you see profit here? Can you see profit?
Yes.
That's what we have computed. For all the respondents. In this case, of course, we just made assumptions. Then the syntax for doing this, which of course these days you don't have to bother about syntax, is generated at the output. Of course, I think I've removed it. But forget about the syntax. You can also get the syntax for profit calculation. That's the way you, if you were to write a macro or to calculate the same thing. But you know, we are using a menu system here. We don't care about the syntax. So that's computation. And computation is a tool you will use for as long as you analyze data. And you cannot, and I repeat that you can only compute the numeric variables. So you must change them to numeric. So after computing, always come to variable view and define them properly here. Define them. Profit, decimal place, all these things, all these, define them. I'm not going to bother defining them. Clear? Yeah. Next, so where's computation? So we want computation. So I want to remove, actually I would have used this, but I don't matter. Let me use this data here. But I want to remove this. What about the one I've just done? I'll remove this. I don't want to use this. I want to use the one I saved, which is everything. I want to get this. So I want us to use the, this one here. I'll share it. Just now, share just now. We share SPSS data. This one. Let's use this. I want to go here now. I want us to go here. Transform again. Recode into a different variable. Recode into a different variable. I'm going to give you this, and please do it quickly. I'm going to give you some small exercise here. We want to recode this one. What is the procedure for by grouping them? What's the procedure for grouping data? Anybody? What rule do you use?
Charges.
Sturges rule. So I want us to group this data, which are the scores, using Sturges rule. Let me share Excel. Because you're the one to group. SPSS does not group for you. You're the one to group them. So I'll give you this data here. This is the data. I want to group this data using the Sturges rule. Let's just group this one only. Do the same thing. And quickly bring it here. To group it, I need Sturges rule. Sturges rule is to find K, which is equal to 1 plus 3.322 times log of n. Log of n. N is 200 in this case. And therefore, then you find, and so here, K is equal to, and I'll do it here. K is equal to what? K is equal to 1 plus 3.322 times log of log of n. Come on, please, sorry. Let me get log n first. Log n. So it's log 200. Log of 200. That's our log. You want to group, eh? And log of 200 is that one there. So I find my k. Find my k now. Come on, back here. K is equal to that one plus 3.322 times this one. So we expect 9 number of classes. Let's call it 9. K is 9. Then I find R, C. C is equal to R divided by K. So what is R? To get R, I need to sort this. I need to sort this together. Minimum and maximum value. Minimum and maximum value. To get the range. So minimum is 45. I know maximum is 100 or 90. The maximum is 100. So 90 minus 45 is 45. So it is 45 divided by 9. So it's 45 divided by 9 is equal to 5. So class interval is 5. 5, eh? That's clear for everybody, eh? So what are my classes? The minimum is 45. Then add what? Add what? Add 5, I get what? 50. That's the first class. The second class, let's just copy this. The second class is 50 to 55. The third class is say what?
55.
55 to 60. 60, eh? And this one here is say 60 to
65.
65.
5.
To 65, eh?
Yes.
Then 65. I'm going to do this just to show you what I want to do. Then I say here 65 and above. And above, eh? I want to use that to show you something, eh?
Yeah.
And this one here, just say up to 50. Up to 50. That means less than 50, eh? The marks less than 50, eh? Up to 50. So those classes exist, eh? I want to, because this what I have here is inadequate in the basic. So I want to show you how to use the up to 50 and how to deal with the 65 and above. 5 and above. How do you do this in Excel? So you note these things, eh? Note them. The groups, eh? Because Excel doesn't, SPSS does not do that for you. You do it yourself. Then you come and give Excel instructions. That's what syntax is all about. I come here. Then I come here. I want to create, this is score. So I want to create another variable called group score, grouped mark score, marks in groups, 45 to this, blah, blah, blah. So I say transform. If I created that variable and I put it on the same X1, this data will disappear. You don't want that to happen. So recode into a different variable. Yeah. And I want to confirm you're seeing a dialog box there. Recode into a different variable. Which variable are we recording? That is the input variable. And it's the variable called max code. It's here. Then I use this arrow to bring it here. That is the target variable. Now, which variable do I want to call the new variable? That's the output variable. Because these variables have x1, x2, x3, x4, x5 up to 6. Just call it x7. Then give it a label. Because these are just grouped data. But they are still marks, eh? So just call these ones marks code or just call. Marks code. Marks. Score. That's the label. Up to there is clear. Then now, we want to give Excel instruction. Go to your original data X1. By investigation for each respondent, check which of them belong to each class. Then you come here. old, new, old, new. Are you seeing something old, new there?
Yes.
Good. So note what I'm saying. The upper part, old, new here, which is value, 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 is for string variables, recording string variables. Just note that. View, this value is for recording string variables. Recording quantitative variables is now from here. From here, when you're seeing range, 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 all the way up to here. So let's start with the first class. What is the first class? What's the first class?
Up to 50.
Up to 50.
Up to 50. Up to 50 is coded from here. Are you seeing that range value through highest? Meaning highest is the 50. So you click here. Then I'll give it a code. Excel will not put 40. Express will not put up to 50. For now, Excel will put a code, a label 1, like nominal, and then you are the one who types here 50 up to 50. Sorry, up to 50. Range up to 50. Then I add. So I'm telling him that go there into the max code. Then wherever there is max be up to 50, give it a level of 1. Wherever there's a mark up to 50, a level of 1. So what's the next class? What's the next class?
50 to 55.
That's now 2. 2 belongs here. Range. These are for closed-ended classes. So it is 50, 50 to 55. I'll give it a level of 2. That's what Excel will, SPSS will give it. The third one is number 3. I give it a level of, which is say 55 to 60. I give it a level of 3. Add. Then the other one is say 60 to 65. I give it a level of 4. Then add. Remember, you can also remove these things. You can remove them. You can add them. You can remove them. If you have put a wrong thing, just remove them and do it again. Remove, do it again, add. So that's the last class. Then the last class is 65 and above. True? That now is here.
Yes.
Range value through, sorry, I made a mistake somewhere. This one here. You know, with this, I was supposed to be here. Let me just do this one here. Range values through, range value is through 65, Sorry about that. Through 65. This is what's supposed to be number 5. With your number 4, Even better we read that, This is number 5, Then I add. What I'm going to change is this one here. 50 through highest. That's not true. It is the range lowest through, Range lowest through, Which I come here, and then I just come here and I change it. And then I say range lowest through is number 1. Number 1, up to 50. From 50 up to 50. Then I change. Now we are safe. Lowest to 50 and 60 and above. 60 to highest. Then lowest to 50. You are done. You have recorded. You have recorded fully. Then I just do okay. And then I do, and then where is that? Sorry, I did change this. You know, when you have defined your output variable, you must change so that this x7 comes here where I'm pointing. So we would have changed it here so that we have x7 here, and you can see it. Then I do okay. Then I've generated my new variable called x7. It is here. You can see that, It is there. Then I come this side. Then I define x7. It's already defined max code. All I need to do, and remember this one is string. It is a string. Those are groups, intervals. Then I'll come and define them. I just copy what I have, the codes. I already have the codes. Then I come and deal with it here. then I can now come and edit this. This is up to 50. Up to 50. This one here is 50 plus 50 to 55. This one here is 55. Sorry, 55 to 60. I'm just typing. It's not going to do uniquely here. Then I add what, number 4, which is what, 65. Sorry, 6 to 65. To 65. 6 to 65. Where is that star? To 65. Then I add. Then of course 65 and above. 65 and above. Above. And we are done. Just add. Then do okay. And we are here. We are there. And then now I can even set them if you want to. And they're only nominal. Then you come this side, of course, in 0 decimal place. Of course, that will be okay when you get output. And this is the variable we have created, which is grouped scores. If I recorded into the same variable, these values I have here are the ones that would have been here. The next one. You don't want that. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. So that is transformation.
I have a question. Since we used the exclusive ranges.
Oh, it understands.
Okay.
Oh, it understands. I can tell you. It understands because
Okay.
if it was not exclusive, it would have been inclusive. It reads
Yeah.
the same thing. In fact, that's why we are doing those classifications. It
Yeah.
knows that if the classes are, it will check the upper limits. It is checking. You know, there's a syntax. It will give you the correct grouping and the correct classification.
Thanks.
Any other question, please? So that's data entry and data. I wish you are here physically because you'd have done this, because you are using you have Excel open, Because I want to group this, I want to group this thing data. I want to group this one type, this one. You have Excel, not Excel, SPSS. You have SPSS open.
We can
We
open.
don't even have.
Okay, open using Cisco. Then I want you to group, and I need to send you now. I need to send you this data, and you know you can get this data quickly. I'm sending you in Excel, the Excel data. Then you share it in your WhatsApp, so that they can get the group X2. Just use your own groupings, but use charges soon anyway. So let me just go back here. I'm sending you in Excel quickly,
So Doc, you will share the link for SPSS again. The one you shared is not downloading.
SPSS.
Yeah.
SPSS, no.
We can't
SPSS,
get,
what you do, I know what you are doing. I know what you are saying. You know why it's not loading? First of all, because you're out there, you must activate Cisco. Is it on?
Yeah.
Is it on?
Yeah.
And what is it telling you when you try to open SPSS? Because I know the only two things it will tell you, either the license has expired or it will open. What is yours telling you? That we are clear.
I think there's a conflict. There's a conflict on the Cisco. So some of us who have a VPN that is conflicting.
Then probably the best way is to, now I don't know. So I want to do this thing. How many of you have a challenge? I think what you do, you'll bear with us. I know what you're saying, but go to the hardware lab at the university next time, so that they can resolve that conflict for you, so that you are okay. Because you know we are going to use SPSS now going forward, and you're using out there, not here at the university. So they have to resolve that for you. Somebody must resolve it for you. So for now, just please, if you have no SPSS and I think I only hope you only two who you can deal with the data. The rest, I would want to send you this data, then you can group and then record into a different variable. Record into a different variable. The rest will know what, so that we all of us are reading on the same page. I think that's the best way. Unless you say,
just a question.
Yes, please.
As you share the data,
Yes.
in regards to SPSS being an analytical tool,
Yes.
what we are trying to achieve using SPSS application-wise in the real world, can we achieve the same using Excel?
Yeah, current SPSS, you can do simulation. You're not going to deal with it. Current SPSS does analytics, we're not going to deal with it. Current SPSS does every other thing in that big data. Most of the things big data analytics tools do. So many things. We know we are just scratching for purposes of MBA. If it's not for MBA, we do other things here later. We'll do other things here, which we're not going to deal with. So what you're asking, you are safe with SPSS. That's why the university has invested huge amounts of money on SPSS because of its wide use, wide use. So now probably, let me send this to you, just now, Have I answered you, my brother?
Yes, you have answered. So SPSS, but I was thinking maybe the university could have looked at more modern tools, but as you have mentioned,
of course, the university has EViews. The university has got all these are the analytics ones. They have got what is this one called?
Tableau.
That is it. We have an analytics center here. There is here in the university with a huge number of software strata. They are there. So it's really the for our purposes, for MBA, this is what they use. So, Anne, what's your email? Anne.
Wagaki.
E.
Wagaki. Let me type it here on the chat.
Yeah, I've got it. Wagaki.
Yeah.
Wagaki, yes, I got it. So data. So just do the much you can, probably within 15 minutes. Then, I'm also away from here, home, and these brothers and sons of mine are also not sleeping.
At least your son's not sleeping.
I can also go home because they may not have gone home. So the data is called sample, Sample.
Okay.
So there. Data. I know it's called data bus or bus sample. Anyway, you see the data there. The data there. Open. Nimetuma. You have the correct one. Called data bus. Now. Send this one, Sample 2. Send them this one. Here. I want it to group X2. I go here. The loop for sample 2. Sample 2. And sample 2. That's the data you require. Just let me 15 minutes to do the much you can, The much you can. Then we can now go to the last part, for today, Because what I want is to ensure that you are generally covered for that assignment too. we have very little remaining anyway there for you to do the same. We only come back to do one more coding, and we are done. You got it, eh?
I have the sample too.
Yeah, that one.
So the first one.
We code X2. First one ignore. First one ignore.
Okay.
We code X2. Just giving a bit, 5 minutes on camera.
I've shared it in the group for everyone, so you can check.
What's up, Amma?
Yeah.
Has anybody been able to download this thing?
No, I'm having the same challenge as well. So I think many of us will have to visit the lab at USIU to get it installed.
Yeah, for me, I was helped by the IT guys as well to
Yeah.
install.
Sounds like some of us need to buy a new laptop.
No, but
Especially the ones who are using job work laptops. It's a
they
problem.
actually helped me virtually. I didn't.
If you have a VPN, even if it's on your private laptop, provided and VPN is from Cisco, it will conflict.
Oh.
What
So you
column are
need
we regrouping?
X2.
True.
Si mwenye ako nayo a project tufanye pamoja.
Maybe Connie.
And then Excel. Calculate the range.
I'm using like a different laptop to for the call and for SPSS.
X2 was time, Mama. You can see.
I think Yvonne is doing it.
I've just opened it. Yeah, it's time. That's the point.
Yvonne, do you mind projecting your screen so that we can see?
I don't mind.
Thank you.
Host disabled participant sharing screen.
Prof, do you mind giving Yvonne the permission to project her screen? I don't know if he's still.
Prof is on a break.
Call him.
All right. So Connie, you're saying you just called the IT guys and they helped you virtually?
Yes, yes.
It's interesting. All right, I'll try that tomorrow.
So Connie, are you using the campus VPN? I mean,
What do you mean? Yes, I connected to the VPN and then I connected to SPSS.
so even right now, for you to use SPSS, you have to connect to VPN.
Yes, if you're not in campus.
Yeah, that's where the challenge is. They should just give you a desktop that has an expiry or a license expiry. So
But I thought once it is installed, you do not need the VPN to be able to use it.
No. Since the license is under USIU, that's why you're using VPN, USIU VPN. But if they did the open one, where once you install and it's license time, like say for anyone who has done strategic, remember that thing we had, what's it called? CAPSIM. If you try access CAPSIM right now, you can't because it was timed. So I think that's what you try and do.
So you can access on school Wi-Fi, but what it does is when you're home, you need to mimic as if you're on school Wi-Fi, so that you can be able to use
That's the VPN. It's the same way you log into your office from home. So now you have to log into the school, so that the school assume you're inside the uni, and then you can be able to do anything.
So just a minute, Prof says he's not near the machine, so he's not able to allow us.
What's the formula of knowing the highest and the lowest value in a column?
Like you get the C. Once you get the C, then you could do the lowest value plus C. So like in our case, the lowest was 45, the example we did.
Yeah, how did he arrive at 45?
If
You
you're on
just
Excel, you can
copy
use max and
and
min.
stop.
If you're on Excel, just type on an empty cell max and then highlight. It will give you the
Okay.
max.
Got it.
And then use min to give you the lowest.
Yes.
And did you get the doc?
Yeah, I gave feedback. I said he's saying he's left his machine and he's not near the machine.
So we can't be able to.
Is anyone
no
else
one can.
doing it? So that I just compare notes.
Hey, whatever. Sisi hatuna.
You of all people.
Sisi hatuna bwana. Reject.
I'm doing it. We are comparing. It's the time column we are doing, yeah?
Yeah, you've got the maximum to be.
Okay. Ama we set another Google Meet, then we do it on a separate Google Meet.
No.
I think that might be better. You can do it on Google.
The highest is 15, the lowest
15
is 5.
Is 5. Okay, so same. And then the range would be 10.
Anne, can you create a Google Meet to join huko? Toke hapa Zoom. Ama anyone has paid Zoom.
Unataka kuacha daktari hapa peke yake.
But now if he's not here, he's not here.
Yeah, nawe ni mchochaji, eh?
No, see, we're just being honest. Like, what are we doing here? We're now
Leo
just talking
umepata
to each
class
other.
ni 1.1.
Anne, give us a direction.
Inakwanga R over K.
Range over K. Yeah.
So 10 over 200.
K is 9.
Wait.
K is constant.
Anne, wakaki.
Ian, hii link uko nayo wapi saidie mtu?
Link gani?
Ya kudownload SPSS.
Sina SPSS.
You have to go to the school lab to. Ian, you don't have SPSS?
I changed to laptop.
Just go to.
You need a hardware. Ukienda university, go to the hardware. They'll give you the SPSS. They'll also download Cisco for you.
Yeah, it only takes 5 minutes.
I know Cisco can't work on my end.
What laptop are you using?
No, I have another VPN which is provided by Cisco, so you can't have two.
Oh, you're using your work laptop?
Was someone calling me?
And was someone?
Calling me. I had someone mentioning my name, but I was on a call.
Yeah, we were saying, can we could you make another like Google Meet link? We work on the Google Meet link because
Okay.
we can't see anything there.
Okay, let me do that.
Yvonne class new one.
Hey. To round off.
Mjua mtarudia ndo
Yeah, it's one.
Haya, and then so tuende kwa hizo you go to transform.
So we go to SPSS.
Yeah. Have you exported the data to SPSS?
Sheets.
I'm trying to save mine so that I export.
It's importing.
Yangu
Hii kitu tuange tufunga
sioni.
next.
Oh my
Wala
God.
yes.
Desktop.
Nowadays Excel can do those analytical things. Before limitation was because it was up to I think 500
Yeah,
I've shared some Zoom link, so maybe we can join because I know we should come back to this class. So even before the 40
Zoom.
minutes.
Can we
Yeah.
join two Zooms at the same time? We can.
Hello. Maybe you provide a subclass, subgroup from this main Zoom. We can join two Zooms at the same time.
But you see, like she can't if she's not a host or a co-host. So maybe we have to leave this one to go to the other one, or either that or just do it on Google. So either of
So we
the
can leave then, and you can text the like we are coming back.
Mwambie tumeenda mkutano kidogo.
Sawa.
Okay.
I guess we're
Sawa.
leaving this.
Yeah.
Prof.
Yeah.
We had tried to rejoin. I mean, we were joined on another link.
Because it is off. It's free.
But, yeah, so
Very
that we
free.
can see.
I don't know why it is. I will not put anything like waiting. You can't rejoin.
So what we had done, just to update you, we had created another link.
Ah, okay. I get you. I get you.
Ian Nebu was so
But
that
now
we could see.
Yes.
But if you are back, maybe you can create a room. You
Just a
can
second,
create a room. Yeah, so that we can see. Ian, you hold.
I have told him that we joined another Zoom.
Yes, but I'm getting you.
Yes, sorry.
Yes, so for like 10 minutes.
Ah, so you are still out there.
My
Sorry.
sorry.
So in 10 minutes, eh?
Prof, 1 minute. There's a background that you are listening to, so that I can notify them and then I notify you. Just give me 2 minutes. I come back to you.
Yeah, so using that rule, we
So Prof, 10 minutes.
into different classes. So the rule is K is equals to 1 plus 3.32.
George, unasema?
Anasema, you just give us 10 minutes.
No
Or we
problem.
on the others.
No
What was
problem.
requesting before was if you could create a room, a breakout room, so that you are within, but we created a link so that we can be able to see from those who have SPSS. We do it collectively and then we'll come back.
You have created, eh? What I create?
Yeah, we have already created.
Sawa.
Yeah, so maybe we'll be back here at 5 minutes to 8.
Sawa.
So thanks, Prof.
Hello?
Prof, we are coming back.
Probably you come back, I'll tell you what to do.
Okay. Maybe you can also create a classroom so that the one we are using can just show what you have done. It's called a classroom, a breakout room.
Breakouts. Our session has ended on the other side.
So, Prof, we are here back. So maybe we can
Great,
join.
great.
We can join from one so that we show. Yvonne, you can display what we were doing. For Prof will be with us as well.
You're there?
Yeah, we are back.
Good. So you can share. You can share.
Yeah, shortly. Host disabled sharing, so you can enable.
That's fine. It's enabled. Hello, you're in room one, eh? You joined, eh? Can't see all, eh? Hello? Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
No, but I'm not seeing the rest, eh? You're in room one, I've just created, eh?
Yes,
But where are the rest? I can't see them here.
they're in the main platform.
I need to tell them to come. We are waiting for the rest, eh?
Oh, yeah, I think the issue
No,
was,
we are waiting for the rest, eh? You're in room one, eh?
yeah, but they went back to the main page.
They went back, eh? Then look,
Yeah.
they just going back because they're just 8 here, eh? Those who are in room
Yeah,
one,
because-
go back, eh?
All right.
So, then I'll close.
Also, please enable sharing.
Enabled, it's enabled. Sharing is enabled, eh? I've enabled it, eh?
You can still not share.
A good try.
It's saying host disabled, huh?
Try, it's now fine.
I can share it from my side, like it's there.
They're there.
Proceed.
I've enabled multiple.
It just came up now, so you can proceed.
Yvonne. Yvonne, if you're speaking, you're on mute.
Yes, I'm connecting. I'm sharing the screen. SPSS. Share. There.
So what have you created? What's the variable name?
We called it V12.
Go back to V12. Go back. That's the coding is okay. Go back to V12. That's fine.
We were yet to finish the assigning the values.
Yes, that's fine. How many groups do you have? The classes.
Glo, how many classes?
So from the calculation, the class was coming to a range of 1, which will
how many classes?
5 divided
9.
9.
9.
So what's wrong here is just the first item here. Type, eh? Type, eh? A group data string, eh? That one is string, eh?
Yes.
So that one, you always take care of that, because sometimes if you don't leave it that way, then someone else will not perform, eh? Because it's sensitive to the measure in the second last column, eh? Nominal, eh? Very, very sensitive. Okay. So just that's fine. That's fine. As long as you choose a string, it will change the nominal, right? That is by default. So that's fine. So now that you are there, open the data, go to data view, Good. Now I want us to deal with this from here, from your end, eh? From your end, you, eh? Now, I want us to do the last part of recording, eh? And I want you to do it from here, eh? Recording non-numeric variables, eh? Now this one listen to, because you normally collect Likert scale variable. Normally you collect Likert scale, you know. So there's sometimes it's necessary to record variables which are non-numeric, as opposed to this one which was numeric. For example, I'm not doing anything, I'm just reading a story. In your assignment, there's a variable there called occupation. That occupation variable, there were 11 variables really. 10 of them were supposed to be affecting salary level. And all the variables that you collected data on was on occupation type. The objective probably you had was to check whether professional occupations pay better than non-professional occupation. So it means that you only have 2 levels. If you went out to, you would have gone out to collect data and ask people to indicate whether their occupations are professional or non-professional. You're getting what I'm saying, eh? That would be one of the items in your questionnaire, eh? But you can't do that instead. You can't do that. Because the respondents will not give you the correct answer. In fact, all respondents will tell you that the occupations are professional. So occupation will cease being a variable. It will be a constant. So it will add no value to your study. The best way to determine whether professional occupations pay better than non-professional ones is to collect data in another way using some surrogate variable. So you go out there and you tell people, you ask them to tell you their actual occupations. Ask them whether they're accountants, whether they are HR officers, whether they are whatever, or just ask them about their first degree or second degree. They will list them for your HR, the CRE. They'll give you. without thinking, because they don't know your objective, the objective of your study. So they'll give you all those, suppose there were 6 types of occupations given by the respondents, or types of career paths given by respondents, 6 types. You come back. Your objective was not to deal with all those 6 things. Your objective was to analyze salary level by occupation measured as either professional or non-professional. So you are the one who knows which of those items they have listed are professional. You're a researcher, and which ones are non-professional. It is you who knows, not the respondent. You who knows. So then now you come and now you want to reorganize, to analyze it as per your objective. So I want us to do this. Suppose environment here was occupation. Just write there. Write some note there. Suppose the environment was occupation, that one. And the respondents indicated the following. Now list them. Number 1, accountant.
You can write on the side.
Right, yeah, you can type on that. No, you can type anywhere. I want you to write on your own notes because I want you to do those things somewhere. You can refer to it. Just refer somewhere. I'm saying 1 is, you code 1 is equal to accountant as code, 2, pastor. 3, clerical officer. 4, marketing. And then 5, politician. Then, you see here, they are up to 5, isn't it? They are up to 5, I want to go to variable view. Go to variable view. Go to variable view. And go to where we have got that variable called environment, the values, that one. Go to values. Values, And now let's change this thing, where your values, That type there 1. That is what? That's 1. 1 equal 1. Then what we say 1 is what? Accountant.
Accountant.
You don't worry about spelling. Then add. What is 2?
Pastor.
Pastor. 3?
Clerical officer.
Clerical officer. And then 4?
Marketer.
Marketer. And then 5? Politician.
I think politician.
Whatever. Then add. Then okay. Then that's it. So that is the way they are coded. Is that okay? Now then you want to analyze data in only 2 categories. We're coming from polycotomous to dichotomous. So let 1 equal to professional. Just write somewhere. 1 equals to professional. And 2 equals to non-professional. 1 equal to professional, 2 professional, non-professional, right? Then now you want to create another variable called the same variable name, occupation. Just say occupation 2. Or V13, So now let's give the following. Just open where values are. Just open there again, where values are. For that we for whatever. Where values are. Values. And where values are. Variable name.
Where?
Value.
Here.
The way you're writing 1 account and I don't know what.
Oh.
Variable view.
Variable view. There. Now you know, this is what you know as a researcher. That 1, listen the following. 1 and 4 are professional occupation. Right somewhere on your notes,
Yes.
And 2, 3, and 5 are non-professional. Are non-professional. 1 and 4 are professional. 2, 3, and 5 are non-professional. So this is the coding. All right, write it. 1 to 1, meaning that accountant will be professional, because our professional is also 1, eh?
Yeah.
3, no, which other one? 2, 4 to 1.
Professional.
4 to 1. I hope you're imagining what I'm saying, eh?
Yeah.
Then 2 to 2. 3 to 2. Then 5 to 2. Done.
Yeah.
Now go to transform. Go to transform. Wherever you are, don't have to go to data view. Just go to transform, wherever you are. Transform. Record into a different variable. Then the variable recording here is environment. That one. You have to remove that time thing first. Eh? Remove it. Eh? Just remove it. Then put environment there. Then name there, just call it to V13. Then, of course, name is occupation. Doesn't change. Meaningful name. Then change. Change. Then old,
Just changed.
new. Old, new. Then now you go to, are you seeing where old value is? Are you seeing where it is?
Yes.
All these things first. Go to the right-hand side, eh? Of that box, old, new, eh? Where you have got those things and remove them. Here, down here. Yeah, remove them. All of them. Now you can't copy like that. I know what you're doing. Move them.
I was trying to select all.
Move. Then now go to where you have, where under old is something called value. Have you seen value under old?
Yes.
On the left, that one. Mark it. Type 1. Go to the other side, new 1. Add. Then 4. 4 is old, eh? 1. Then 2. 2. Then 3. 2. Then 5. 2. Add. Then continue. Then okay. Then now go to V13, there where you are. Go there, forget it's a string. Just go change that to a string. It's a string, not numeric. Down here, V13. You're on V13, isn't it?
Oh, sorry.
Then now go to values. There are things you can do yourself. Values. Then add 1. Okay, professional.
Profession.
Then 2.
Not
professional. And then okay. Then now go and check that side. And that's your variable. That is the one. At the end, so you have reduced your 5 levels to 2 levels. It's important. Because the data, the way you connect data is you, not the respondent. The respondent is out there. You're the one who knows what your objective and what can enable you collect data that you decide. Now this V8, go and right click V8 here. Right click V8, eh? And then right click. Clear, eh? So that's how to record qualitative variables. We need just around we go 15 minutes. Now let's go now. So we have finished with the before transformation, where we have transform, eh? Data organization, eh? Now let's go to analysis. I want to show you certain things, eh? Go to analysis. I know you have not done it, but let's go to analysis. Then go to reports. Let's go to code book. Codes are only given for non-numeric variables, and that is online, gender, and I know you didn't do much. So just select online, then you then control key, then press degree, click on degree. Have we pressed control key or anyway? No, sorry, shift, online, then shift, shift.
Okay.
Then go to that one. Then now control key. No. Online, because you are selecting related variables together. Online, then shift.
Okay.
Then degree.
Okay.
Then now hold control key and select occupation down here, V13.
Control?
Key on the keyboard.
Okay.
Select V13. Then take them that side. Then now we want to see just the codes, code book. Then do OK. Just to check whether you have coded correctly. You have done OK.
Yes.
Give you an output.
You can see my screen or I share it.
Yeah, share the output. That is just to check that you have coded correctly. That you coded correctly. That you coded correctly. Variable type. Of course, online is numeric. You are not finished. It is a string. And then, of course, measurement is nominal. Of course, you are not coded properly. So that's why you are getting those things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You are not indicated 1 is equal to this, blah, 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 blah. Go to gender. Gender again, male, female. Of course, again, coding is important. If you're male, female. Then, of course, how many are they? etc. So this is just a code book to show you that you have all the things you want. And this is the report for the code book, which again is basically just to check, not analysis, just to check so that you can clean, go back to your data and clean what you think is not right. You see, this one is properly coded. 1 is accountant, 2 is pastor, 3 is clerical officer, 4 is marketer, blah, 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 all of that. Then, of course, it is a string, not numeric. Then go to analyze again. Analyze again. Now go to descriptives. Descriptives. Get frequency distribution. I want to do something wrong here, but I'll tell you why. Go to that one there. Then select all the variables except the respondent. All of them except respondent. On shift key. Then down. All of them. Take them there. I'll tell you it's not right. Well, but that's fine. Leave it there. You want a frequency distribution table. If you want a frequency distribution table, get a frequency distribution table. Don't remove this thing here called the display frequency tables. Otherwise, you don't see a table. Clear?
Yes.
But you must click on create APS style tables. USIU deals with the APS style, so click there. Then go to statistics. Statistics. I'm coming here just to show you that what you don't need here. You don't need these things here. You can get them elsewhere. The descriptives. The mean, the median, the mode, the sum, all these things. You can get skewness. They're elsewhere. So don't do them here. So here, just get a table. So do not go to statistics. Again, remove that. But just take cancel. Then charts, you can also draw embedded charts here. Don't bother about charts here. Charts are drawn elsewhere. Don't draw them here. They are drawn elsewhere. Nice charts. So this is it. Then you are okay. You okay? And then that is it. Now the first table is just giving you a summary. The scores. The scores is numeric, The first table up there is just a summary. How many respondents were there? Was there any missing? There was nothing missing, That table is not really critical, The tables are from frequency table scores, So click on scores. That one. This is a very useless a very useless table because it does not summarize. You know, a frequency distribution table ought to summarize data while still giving you evidence. This table here can, if you are using Word, because you have to copy these things and take them to Word, that's because that's why you report anyway. This table may roll to the next page and the third page. So your table will not even be assembled. It will just be something else. So do not draw a frequency distribution table for numerics unless the very few numbers, you know, the range is small, let's say 40 to 50. That is easy, you can see a thing. But this one, this is not meaningful. Go to time. Time again is numeric. So again, not meaningful. Time, you just click on the left here. You don't have to scroll, click on the left here. Time, of course, time is okay. Again, because the time values are closer to others, from 5 to 15. So this one you can use. One can look at it. You know, time. If it's not, the range here was smaller. That's why you get, the other one was wide. Let's go to online. And this is the APA format, which gives you the number and the percentage. This one here, of course, in online, again, you have not done it well, because I'm seeing 40, 50 here. I know they were not these things, so they were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but you have not finished. Let's go to the one which you have finished, which is the one for pasta. This one where we are seeing that the one down, that one. The one where we have just done, occupation, I'll finish it up there instantly. Environment. Go to environment up there. Environment. That one. I think that's what you call it. Are you seeing accountant there? 37 accountants. 34 pastors. Clerical officers were those. So this is a nice thing. Then gender, of course, 63 males, 73 females. Of course, there's the 3 there, which of course should not be there. So that's why you go back and check where your 3 was there. Because this is degree actually. So business 63.
Yeah.
Pure science is 64. Say. Then go down again. Go down again. See, use the table because it's numeric. Numeric. The time range, again, this is the range, the group frequency for time. Then just go down. So this is a frequency distribution table. That's what a frequency distribution table is. Summarize data and you can make sense out of that table. Very important. So that's clear. Now, and the table must have a table title. So you copy these things, take them to Word, and then put a title for the table. Or table, so people see the meaning. Don't change the format because this is an APA style of table. Now let's go to analysis again. Analysis. I hope that's clear.
Yes.
Let's go to descriptives again. Descriptives. Now let's go to descriptives. They're there. Beautiful. Now here now, descriptives, you can only get descriptives for numeric. You cannot get the mean for gender, mean, or mean for online learning mode. You only do this for numerics. So let's select numerics. Let's select scores. But you know, you didn't do all of it. What is V9 now? What was V9? Because it must be a number.
Yes.
Okay, take it there. I want to see. So now let's go to options. These are descriptives, Options. What do you want from descriptives? Because you don't want everything. I want the mean. That's ticked. That's the default, Are you seeing the right way I'm talking about, You want the sum, put the sum there, take the sum. Total, You want the standard deviation, that is fine. You want the maximum, that's fine. You want the minimum, that's fine. You want the variance, you don't need it. Put the range, click the range, want the range. And then you want skewness, whether it's positively skewed or negatively skewed. You only select the things you desire as per your objective. Then do okay. Do okay. Continue. Then it will give you the descriptives. They are there. Scores. There are this is the statistics. 200 respondents. The range is 45. V9, of course, it's the same thing. Actually, that's the same variable. It's the same variable. But if you add more than they'll all be here, then the minimum is 45, the maximum is 90. And the sum is that. the mean is 66 point, the average score was 66.9 with the standard deviation of 13.55, and it is positively skewed weekly. Actually, positively skewed, you can see, because the skewness statistic is positive. It's positive, that one there. So you can say that if you draw a curve, then the longer tail is to the right, meaning that as the scores increases, the number of students decreases. So that's poor performance, poor performance, weakly skew. But of course, it's closer to symmetric because skewness is closer to 0 here. It's 0.009. So this is nearly symmetric. But let's just interpret. If this was 0, then that would be a good performance. Symmetric, like the normal distribution. If it is positive like this, it means that as the marks increases, the number of students decreases. So this is and then you create a story here. You copy this, take it one, and discuss this one here. Discuss the range, the mean, the maximums, the means, whatever you want to talk about. Clear? Go to skewness, go to analysis again. Analysis. That's descriptives. Descriptives. Now, let's go to crosstabs. Crosstabs. Here, you're not going to do anything here. Just go to statistics. Now, here you only pick one thing. One thing. Chi-square. You see the thing on the left, eh? This is under test of hypothesis, which we'll deal with. So it means that chi-square test of hypothesis is not under, go back, let's go back. Chi-square test is not under just go back all the way up to analysis. Because it is what I tested, just remove that one. Go to analysis. Analyze. Go to analyze. Cancel.
Cancel.
So chi-square is for testing hypothesis. So it's supposed to be with the other tests. But chi-square test is undertaken under descriptives. So when you'll be doing chi-square, you'll be coming here to crosstabs. Yeah. As opposed to others where we'll be going to compare means, all those things. Chi-square is under descriptives. So that's where it will be, and that will be after we have done the theory. Lastly, I hope I'm clear.
Yeah.
Good.
Yes.
Let's now go to so that is summary statistics. No, that's summary statistics. What you have done is just summary statistics. The measure of central tendency, arithmetic mean, then you have got the standard deviation, then you have got frequency distribution table tabulation. Now we go to diagrammatic data representation. Diagrammatic data representation is under graphs. So go to graphs. Go to graphs. Chart builder. Then just do okay. All right. So you want to build the charts. All the charts you want to build are here. All of them. I'll start with the simplest charts. You can draw a simple bar diagram. And simple bar diagram, you only draw it for non-numeric or grouped data. So I want you to, this is the template. Where the cursor is, favorite. You see favorites there. Those are all the possible graphs you can ever draw in SPSS. All of them. I'm using the gallery. I could use other tools here, the ones on the right, but I don't want to complicate life here. Let's just use the gallery. So when you click on, don't go there. When you click on a bar, you can see all the possible bars you can draw. The first one there is the simple bar. The other one, second one is multiple bar. The other one here is component bar. The fourth one is the three-dimensional one. Three-dimensional. Don't complicate people's lives by drawing three-dimensional diagrams. They're beautiful, but nobody wants them. You're doing business, you're not doing architecture. So draw the simple bar diagram, and your life there should either be 1, 2, or 3. But 1 also is just useless. You draw 2 or 3 to enable comparison. For now, we are going to draw a simple. So click on the first one. Click on the first one. Just click and hold it. drag it to that area up there. Drag it. Drag. Just anywhere. That is now just a template. Then pick gender. Pick gender. Go to gender. Drag it and put it on the x-axis. Now that is gender. Of course, there were not 3, there were 2. This is now 5. This is now 5. So if I do okay, I will get a graph with the following attributes. The horizontal axis will be properly labeled, gender. The vertical axis is not properly labeled, I can tell you. The vertical axis, the main bar there, the main title also is not properly labeled. So you go to where on the right, are you seeing on the right, go and click on the y-axis. Click on the y-axis. Done? Then you see the word count there. Highlight it. Type there number of respondents. Number of respondents. Just say I already just responded, but use the term you know. Respondents. Then main title. Main title, just go up there. Click above, then you scroll down. There's an arrow just below y-axis there. There's an arrow there. Yeah, where you are there. Yeah. Main title. See, just come here. Come here, customize. Down here, customize. Customize, distribution by gender. Have respondent distribution by gender. Distribution by gender. By gender. And then just do it, and then get out. Just get out by exiting, Exit. Exit, there's an exit up there, X, at the corner. Kule you, the other one. Anyway, but you know the one up there, the main exit, that one. That's what you should have done, Anyway, so that's what you should have done. But I want to go back. I want to go back to that diagram. Go down, scroll down. It is there. You remove it.
It's not there.
Okay, go back to analysis. Go back to graphs, chart builder. Okay. Drag gender. Then drag gender here. Then go to y-axis. Just type respondents. Make it easy. Respondents. Then scroll down. Main title. Title 1. Customize. Then type there a distribution by gender. Then exit.
Yeah.
There. Then do okay here. Do okay here. Do okay here. Down here. Okay. Okay. See now, it's not because you are not, it exists. But let me, even this one is better for me. It didn't exist, but this is better for me. You see, gender, the other one has changed, isn't it? Distribution by gender. You see that, But this one has not changed. You don't have to go back the other side, Don't go back the other side. You can still do it here, Where you see count, go and double click where count is, Double click it until you get a typing mode. Typing mode. Where count is count, Will give you a typing mode. Double click, then I'll highlight it. You know that I want you to double click count, the word count. Then you highlight it. Is it? You know when you double click it, it needs to give you where you can type, But where is the cursor in the board?
It's refusing.
No, it can't refuse. Just click it. Or go back. Go back. Just exit. And then you can get out of it. But that's not a big deal. Let me tell you what I'm saying here, because that one is mechanical. Double click this one here, that one, this one, yeah, that one. Yeah, now it's okay. Now beautiful. Now type respondents. Respondents. And that is it. That's it. Then enter. And you're done. Now what you can do here, you can do in Word. Because this diagram here, you take it to Word and this talk about it there. Don't have to come back here. Just do what you have just done in Word. It will also change and you can type there. Don't submit things with count, with the labels that are meaningless. Give labels that are meaningful. Clear, please,
Yes.
Good. Now go back to SPSS. We're almost done. For assignment 1. Go back to the main SPSS stuff. It's just a data, a chart editor. SPSS. So that is, you can draw simple diagrams are drawn like that. Simple bar diagrams are drawn like that. Let's now go to the other one is a graph. Chart builder. Chart builder. Okay. Now, we want now to change this chart to either, the second chart, bar graph, and the third one, they do the same thing. They communicate the same information. So pick the second one and take it there. Don't do anything. Just pick this one, drag it there. There. Leave it. Done. Then on the horizontal axis, what was your group score? The group score was what? What? Scroll down the variables. Scroll down the variables. I want group score.
12.
I'm picking the group score.
That one. Time range.
Then take it to where agenda is. Group score. No to the time. Okay, so bring it here. Bring it here.
Time was also grouped.
Yeah, time range.
Yeah.
Time range is the one invented. That one. Bring it to put it there. Now this is it has replaced gender. Then you want to check how occupation, whatever it is, no. How scores are distributed by what? By time range. Have you done the scores? The scores group, have you done it? No. So let's pick anything. Let's pick the one we have just done where we had the pastors and the rest. Which one was it? Where are the pastors?
With the team.
That one with the team, With the team, Then drag it. And I want you to do two things, Drag it and I don't know what it is. Drag it and take it to where, first of all, do the following. Take to where filter is. Filter. Are you saying filter? I want to show you what you should not do. Good. Leave it. Leave it. Now, then just scroll down this arrow here. Scroll down here. Where you are, just scroll down. You know, what is supposed to give you, you want to draw a multiple with keys, that this is for pastor, this is by accountant, or this blah, 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 blah. You know, the keys for the multiple,
Yes.
Good. Remove that one. Just go there, drag it, and take it back. Or you have taken away, I want you to take it. Now drag it and take it to cluster x-axis at the corner. Because again, this one you had not arranged. You had not done the 1 is equal to this, 2 is equal to that. I think this thing was environment. Replace that. Go to environment. Go to environment up there. I know that's what you did. Take it and take it there. Good. Now it is now clustering this by all of that. But again, I don't know why it is not giving us the whatever. The 1 is equal to the pastor and the rest. Anyway, do okay. Okay, sorry. The titles you do the same way we have just done. The same way. So now do okay. No, that one you can do. That one we don't have to do here now. Just go to okay. Want us to get our diagram, because which is not well labeled.
Let
No,
me
you need
share.
to project again. Eh?
Yes.
You're sharing, eh?
Yeah.
That one. You see, it's giving you those things up there. Are you seeing them?
Mm.
This is now
Yeah.
the multiple bar diagram. You would have drawn component. Component serves the same purpose. Am I clear, please? Eh?
Yeah.
Then go back, and you know you copy these things and take them to what? Yeah, because it's in a word where you talk. Don't even bother about changing the colors. Of course, there are options for changing colors there. Just leave colors the way they are. That's nothing. Go to graph again. That builder. Now we are finished with the bars. Let's go to line graph. Line graph is only drawn for numeric. So just pick, drag that pick the simplest, that one. Drag, take it there. Okay. Then go to where bring scores. Yeah, scores. Because scores is the only numeric here. Everything else you can do the same way we did there. Then now, you know, the whatever, the label, the access titles, then do okay. Do okay. So this is our line graph. And remember that thing was 0.09, which was skewness, eh? You know, it was like something bell-shaped, eh? This is really it. So you know it is fluctuating, eh? But not seriously skewed, eh? To the left, eh? To the right, sorry, to the right, eh? So this is why the thing was 0.09 skewness, eh? Otherwise, this would have been very sharply skewed, falling off to the right, eh? Or positively skewed, eh? So that is the line graph. Go back. And of course, labels you do the same way. Titles do the same way. I'm just giving you major graphs, eh? Then now let's forget about area. You know, people complicate life again by drawing area graphs. Don't bother about area graphs. You are business students, draw the graphs that have given you up there. The other a great graph here that you normally use in regression analysis is scatter plot. Scatter plot. And the most commonly used scatter plot is the first one. Simplest. Not this three-dimensional thing. So drag it. And let's tell you that thing. Drag it. And it's only drawn for numeric variables. Numeric, which is this one here, scores. So this is your scatter plot. If I was to do correlation, you will see there is nearly zero correlation because this scatter plot is almost a circle. So from a scatter plot, you can also check whether variables are correlated or not. You can also use it, but we were to use it in correlation, we use it in regression analysis, just to see the nature of the line. So for you, therefore, these are the possible graphs you will ever draw under MBA, at least here. Remember that graphs, diagrams must be labeled. X-axis label, horizontal axis label, and the, vertical axis label, and the main title. Remember, that you should never forget. So that's what people check. Any questions? Sorry, go back. I just tell you what. Go back to data. You're done it. Go to a graphs.
Yeah. I'm sharing again.
But no, just here. That's where you are here. You don't have to share. We are seeing it. Yeah. And you seeing like some line graph, eh? Just click on graphs.
At the top.
Copy that there to disappear, eh?
Yeah.
Now, there we are. Don't stay there. Now, here you can do many things. Eh? You could draw a graph also by using the second one. You can also do not bother about these things down here. Just use that chart builder there. These others are used for other things. Just use the chart builder. If you want to investigate yourself, you go online, check on what a weighable plot is and its purpose. what a relationship map is and its purpose. This is not for your private work, knowledge. If you want to know them, know them. But for us, our purpose, chart builder. Now, up to there, assignment 2 is done. The other things here called utilities. Go into utilities. Utilities. Are you seeing utilities, a menu system?
Yes.
Yeah.
Beauty. Beauty. Forget about that one. Don't waste your time. Go to extensions. Again, beauty. Go to the one which the last one. Go to Windows. Go to the last one. If you have forgotten anything, these days you don't need a manual. You don't need a manual, you know, to deal with this. Just come here and type the topic of what you want to do. If you want to know how to draw a bar graph, you come and click there and type. Then you push the instructions to the right. Read as you draw. You don't have to do. You need a manual. Manuals are here online, but you need a manual. Just use the help facility here. It is all the help required have been installed with this thing. That I'm aware. All the help you require, they are here. That's what I'm telling you. Use the SPSS from USA. If anything, you pay for it anyway, and it has almost not all the features. So that's assignment 1. Now go to analysis. Analysis. Analysis, after the next week, therefore, we'll be dealing with number 1, descriptives, crosstabs. Descriptives, crosstabs, eh? Then we'll go to compare means. Compare means, eh? Then we'll go to correlate, eh? And then regression. So every time when we do say chi-square, we come back here. All these things I've done here, you do them in Excel. You do them in Excel fully. You can do them in Excel with these limitations. With these limitations, they can be done there with this. They are done there with the Excel limitation. You can enable Excel to do these things we are doing here. So there's nothing really rocket science, and that up to there will be the end of your course this semester. So we stop here. So assignment 2 now you can do without a problem. Eh? So that we stop there. Send to?
Yes.
Yeah, good.
So everyone can just text their number on the chat.
If Prof logs out, the chat disappears.
You can do it. You can do it on your. But let me just a minute. How many are you? 34, eh? And you're all here. Except we have the 2 people, eh? You're
At some point we were 38, Prof.
Oh, you're 38, eh?
Yeah, so I think the rest could have had some technical,
yes,
some
but I know
connectivity.
you are 30 something, eh? So that's
Yeah.
fine. Mark everybody, right? Eh? Mark
Okay.
everybody, that's it, yeah.
Okay.
That's how we stop there. I will exit. Eh?
And congratulations to Yvonne for being an assistant prof.
And that's what we want.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
We can get the recording, I hope. I kept being dropped out because of electricity at home.
Yeah.
So there's some part I didn't get. I don't know who
I think we record really, but I don't know whether someone was recording. I don't remember recording, eh? But
initially it was recording.
I was recording, then I'll check, then we do it in the YouTube, eh? Then I'll send it.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Prof. Good evening.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Winnie, you're here. I do recording.